Good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Iyun to lean on. Today's simon is Kosadi Beis and Orachayim 192 Hilchos Berachos Hamazon. Today we're starting to talk about Zimun, either the Chiyuv, according to most Rishonim, the Rabbanan, some say the Oraisa, to when you have 3 people or 10 people to say introduction to Berachos Hamazon. What's the point of this introduction, right? It's two different sources that we mentioned in the share. The Mishnah Berurah says, Gadol Hashem iti right? It's a pasuk. Really, most of Rishonim it's an asmachta, right? It's not really a source. The Rabbanan said this is a pasuk that sounds like something which would, be a reason why we'd institute zimun. Gadol Hashem iti. He says one person says to other people, let's give romamus, let's give greatness to Hashem. Alternatively, Kishem Hashem Ekra Havu Godel Elokenu. That's the other pasuk, right? When we're calling out to Hashem in Berkas Hamazon, right? Let's give greatness to Hashem. Give greatness by the introduction, right? Right? Really, as I explained in the main shir, really only the second half of Zimun is from the Gemara, right? The person says, Nevarach Shachal Mishalo. And they answer, Baruch Shachal Mishalo V'Torinu. And he says, Baruch Shachal Mishalo V'Torinu. That's it. Right, at the beginning, Rabosai, Revel and Bench, and Yishem Hashem Avarach V'Tav. And then he says, Yishem Hashem Avarach V'Tav Birshus, right? Once he's talking Birshus, that's the beginning of the real Zimun. Before that, what is that for? So look at the Mishnah Berurah. He brings the Zohar and Sivkat and Meis. But Zohar is here Lomar Befiv Kodem Berkas Hamazon Tein Lanu Kos Hanavarich O Bon Avarich Fishakol Shavar Davar Shav Kedusha Sarach Hazmana Bepeh Over Lasiyah Sakila Hamshech HaKedusha. The Zohar says, before you start benching, you should say to other people, come and bench. Or you say, bring a cup, right? A koshal bracha. Some have a minute to bring a koshal bracha for Berkas Hamazon. And let's bench. Why? Because before you do any mitzvah, you want to give kedusha to it through your mouth. So say you gather the people together, come, let's bench together, right? When we said no, and bench. And that's why the minhag, right? Even though it says in all the benches, you think that's part of the zimun. It's really not part of the zimun. It's a zohar, and it's not halacha. We don't accept the zohar as halacha, because if the zohar and halacha disagree, Mishnah Berurah says we give precedence to the Gemara, to the halacha. Kabbalah is a nice thing to do sometimes. I personally don't like doing things of Kabbalah, but some people like that idea. So our minhag is to do this, what the Mishnah Berurah says, Rabbi Simon Revel and Benchen. And that's what we do. And they answer Hishem Hashem Rachatav. But again, that's not the halacha. Now, the one thing I will say about this is that what is Zimun, right? Zimun. Think about the words of Zimun. Nevarach Shachal Mishalo. That's halachically what you're supposed to do. Nevarach Shachal. You say to 2 other people from the pasuk, Gadol Hashem iti. Nevarach Shachal Mishalo. Let's bench to Hashem who gave us this food. Baruch Shachal Mishalo Tvarinu. And they answer, blessed is the one who gave us this food, right? They're introducing Berkas Hamazon, right? So in essence, the real Zimun from the Gemara, right, is giving Kedusha, Hazmana, right? Preparing yourself for Berkas Hamazon. That's what it is. You're saying, Baruch Shachal Mishalo, let's bless, and Baruch Shachal Mishalo Tvarinu, right? You're blessing Hashem before you're doing Berkas Hamazon. Meaning you're getting ready for Berkas Hamazon. You're saying, let's think about God who gave us this mitzvah of Berkas Hamazon, gave us this food and gave us the mitzvah of Berkas Hamazon, and then let's start Berkas Hamazon. So the whole point in the Gemara, right? Zimun, what's the word Zimun? Zimun comes from Hazmana, right? To prepare yourself for Berkas Hamazon. Hazmana, Zimun. Zimun. And the Zohar says, you're supposed to do a Zimun for a Zimun. Before you're cold darvish, you're starting Hazmana bepeh. So you're supposed to do a zimun for a zimun? Doesn't make any sense, right? The whole purpose that Chazal instituted, if you say it's the Rabbanan or the Doraisa, zimun, is to prepare yourself for Berkas Hamazon, right? It's to give greatness to Hashem, to recognize who you're benching to before you bench to Him. To prepare yourself, wait a second, we're giving Berkas Hamazon to Hashem. Let's think about what we're doing right here. Kishem Hashem Ekra Havu Godel Elokenu. Let's recognize the greatness when we're thanking, right? You're preparing yourself for Berkas Hamazon, what you're about to do. So to add on, the Zohar says, to add on that you should say, Rabbi Simon Revel and Benchen, come, let's bench, right? A zimun for a zimun? You need a zimun for a zimun? It doesn't make any sense, right? The whole purpose of zimun, the word zimun means hazmana, preparation. So the whole concept that we had of Rabbi Simon Revel and Benchen, Yishem Hashem Rachtan Alam, is an addition to an addition, right? It's like zera l'gzera, hazmana la hazmana. It doesn't make any sense. Nonetheless, people do it. I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but to me, it seems kind of, I heard from Jonathan Sachs, I guess he was my primary rebbe in terms of giving me a foundation in Gemara. I was in his share for a year and a half in Yeshiva University. Um, he questioned, a lot of people, not in the modern Orthodox world, but in the yeshivish world, a lot before a mitzvah, let's say lulav, the hiratzon. Actually, my family, we actually did that for lulav. But for all mitzvahs, there's a long hiratzon to say for Sfiras Omer and before different mitzvahs, matzah and things like that. There's a long hiratzon to say, and I think the Noda Yehuda, he said that it's kind of like a waste because the whole purpose of a bracha, that's the point of a bracha. The bracha you say before you do a mitzvah is sort of preparing yourself, is asking, is like he ratzon fanecha, right? We're asking that our mitzvah should be favorable in the eyes of Hashem, but right, that's a bracha. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher kishanu mitzvah tzivanu, right? Right? Al Sviras Omer, right? You separated us from other nations, Makadesh us, Tzivanu, and you commanded us, right? So we're blessing you, and part of the blessing is that we're asking you that, that our mitzvah should be accepted by you. So it's sort of like an introduction to an introduction, the Hiratzon. So he said not to say that, no, to be Hooter or something like that. I think people still say it, but it's similar to this idea that you're just giving a preparation to a preparation. So if it was up to me and they came to me and asked me, Benzi, what do you think? Should we continue saying we're Vel and Benchen or not? I would say no. It's Asmana for Asmana. But again, I'm not the Kovei over here. But I did give you my 2 cents. Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.